trying my best, and I can apologise to everybody now if I'm a little bit gravelly this Saturday tea time. Starting off with Manchester City, and 3 changes made by Pep Guardiola today. John Stones replaces Vincent Kompany in defence. The other 2 changes are attacking ones. Gabriel Jesus and Riyad Mahrez come in for Ilkay Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. All 3 players left out are on the City bench. It's a City side built to attack, with Sergio Aguero hoping for another big day against Newcastle. Leroy Sané doesn't feature at all in the 18. Rafa Benitez has made changes at Forest in midweek, although 8 of today's 11 started against Chelsea last weekend. The changes: Lascelles replaces Schär in defence. He's missed the last 2 matches. And it's Perez and Kennedy for Ritchie and Murphy in midfield. Salomon Rondon, who scored his first Newcastle goal on Wednesday, gets the nod over Joselu. Glenn Hoddle alongside me. Glenn, is this quite simply attack v defence?
I think it's going to be that way, isn't it? City is certainly going to have the ball, there's no doubt about it. It's interesting to see Sterling and Mahrez in that sort of 4 across with 2 up front. It might even be more like a 4-2-4, a little bit of a throwback. They're going to throw everything at Newcastle. As for Newcastle, well, they've now got to stand strong. They've got the back 5 in there. They're going to have to press hard in midfield. But for me, the one that's really got to hold the ball up for them is Rondon. He's really got to allow this team to get out, and on the transition, try and keep some possession so that they can have a breather at the back there.
Thanks, Glenn. 5 points behind Liverpool and Chelsea at the top of the table after their victories. Allows Fernandinho to play it here to Riyad Mahrez. There's danger here, and he drags it wide.
He makes a mess of it. He comes inside. We've seen him do that so many times with Leicester City. Yes, Rondon giving the ball away. They're open, that back 3. The wing-backs are gone. They think they've got possession. They haven't, Newcastle, and Mahrez really.
Jamal Lascelles gives it away to Mendy. Here's Sterling. And still! Well, that's how you do it.
It's Lascelles, the captain, as casual as you like, has given a simple pass away. You can't do that against City in your defensive third. Look at this.
7 minutes gone, Manchester City score. It's City 1, Newcastle 0, and there was no way that Dubravka was stopping that one.
City give it away. There's a casual pass straight to a City player, fed in by Mendes. This is fantastic. He drops his shoulder, comes in, doesn't try to hit it too hard, Fletcher.
Aguero looking for Gabriel Jesus. Dubravka got back onto his line. Jesus still. And the Newcastle goalkeeper down to make the save.
Bottom corner, but good save from the keeper. He's making the angle better and better for himself. Every time he comes inside, you're thinking, yeah, you can see what you're doing. That was lovely skill, wasn't it? You think it's a great run.
There's Aguero. Might fancy a go from here. He does. And he wasn't that far away.
There's the little ball ricochet. It just comes to Fernandinho. He gives it to the main man, and he's going for that same bottom corner that Sterling went for. Just couldn't.
Such a fantastic goal-scoring record for Manchester City against Newcastle. He's gone to whip it into Gabriel Jesus, who should have done better with a header. Floated in by Fernandinho, and it turned out to be alert goalkeeping there by out to Benjamin Mendy. Raheem Sterling on the move, and Martin Dubravka out there. Here's Salomon Rondon. Well, Yedlin's made a great run from right back, and he's in there, and he's scored! It's Manchester City 1, Newcastle United 1.
A super play from Yedlin.
Well, what a run from DeAndre Yedlin, and against the run of play, Newcastle United are level.
I'm sure in the studio the boys have put the tracker on, and the change of pace and the desire to get on the end of that, in and behind that City defence for probably the first time, but it's a beautifully laid in. But watch Yedlin, the pace, it's lazy defending from City. It was a well-worked goal. They haven't been, I'm just saying how poor they give the ball away, but they get themselves, all 3. Mendy has a look over his shoulder, doesn't look again, goes to the edge of the box.
In goes the corner, which Fernandinho is the first man to, albeit Jesus. It's really tight in there, although he's managed to find a bit of space and won himself a corner. It is Sergio Aguero, and look at all the black and white shirts back there, though, for Newcastle. Here's Riyad Mahrez with a dangerous ball in. Took a touch there off Sergio Aguero, but didn't really pose a problem to Dubravka.
Yeah, as he comes in, Mahrez, he whips one in there, not picking anyone out, really. Aguero doesn't look to flick it. He tries to actually retain possession, I think. Just comes off his toe.
It's a Kevin De Bruyne who can't play through injury and in front.
But it gives him something to go in that half-time. If they can get down that tunnel, let's see what happens.
It's Walker with the free kick and punched away by Dubravka. To Sterling and then on to Sergio Aguero. Mendy's making the run beyond him and Aguero's trying to wait for him. In the end, he's got himself. But that's the end of the first half, which I'm pretty sure will be seen as a frustrating one by the Manchester City manager. It's David Silva. Mahrez will get the chance to have a shot from the rebound. Glass past Dummett, and then the safe hands of Dubravka for Newcastle.
They took their foot off the pedal a little bit. Now they've got to go again and make sure that they go for the throat.
And now Kyle Walker is going to hit one from a long way out. Oh, didn't he hit it too? That's an absolute rocket from Walker. It's Manchester City 2, Newcastle 1, and Kyle Walker's never hit one better than that. The moment it left his right boot, it was only going to one place, the corner of the Newcastle net.
Walker gets a little bit of an overload. They all get dragged towards the ball. Aguero has kept himself out in that space there. And it's a wonderful strike, Fletcher, it really is. And Sterling is the one who actually attacks the Newcastle back players and creates a bit of space.
Raheem Sterling. Bernardo Silva's made the run beyond him, which has opened up the space for Sterling.
Enough, and at this level, with this squad, you've got to really hit your manager in the eye time and time again, every single game.
On the edge of the 6-yard box, and Dubravka had to get rid of that. Still a chance, there's the overhead kick, the offside flag is up. Won't count from Jesus. And then coming in is Fernandinho, that would have been a brilliant goal. David Silva, great save by Dubravka. And then Silva again, and the Newcastle goalkeeper down once more.
David Silva on his right, that is a even better save, and the third one comes up with his feet. Look, Ederson's roll out, one pass and they're in behind with Aguero, and that's why you can't play an open game against them. But City this time made it open. Great saves by got an overload, a lovely little dink ball from Aguero, great save.
Huge disparity in the passing between the two teams today. Fernandinho, Sergio Aguero, David Silva, and then Sterling didn't quite catch it. Buys himself some time, delivers the ball in. David Silva.
You just feel there's still a little bit more of settling in. He needs to have that real confidence that he can.
Newcastle's Premier League goals this season before DeAndre Yedlin got one today. He's on to replace him. Bit of a thankless. Aguero, David Silva's offside. Here's a chance for Newcastle. It's Atsu, and now Murphy, and Hossalu's waiting, and it was really important defending by Stones. And not very often he's had space like this to run into with the ball. It's a sloppy ball though, wasn't it, to Sergio Aguero, unavailable. In goes the Gundogan corner, which almost found David Silva.
Runs because they're so talented.
In by Gundogan, it's a good ball, really well defended at the back post by Dummett.
Technically all over the place. No balance there. Into that midfield area.
It goes towards Aguero, breaks here for Gundogan, who didn't catch it.
Bernardo Silva, that's why they bought him. He's one for the future, playing a similar role. But David Silva
wriggles away from Sterling, and he's got options here in black and white. Fernandinho's not dealt with it. Here's Hossalu, and it's 3 points for Pep Guardiola that keeps them on the tails of Liverpool and Chelsea at the top of the Premier League. A warm embrace there with the Newcastle United manager.
Yeah, better players on the park. I think, today Newcastle came here and carried out the instructions of their manager, Rafa Benitez, very well. Very, very hard to break down at times. There was lacking spark, as Danny said earlier, this Manchester City team, but individual brilliance, as you say, really was the overriding factor. What a strike. We were sat behind it, and we'll see it in a little while, but the way that Walker struck that ball, as soon as he left his foot, a rocket back of the net. But this Man City team, they can win in different ways, and today wasn't the most pleasing on the eye, but they got the 3 points.
And that's the key if they're going to win the title once again and be the first team to defend the title in a long time, winning in different ways.
Yeah, they have to, and against teams that come up nothing. Play such a deep line against them. It's always hard to break them down. I think Newcastle obviously came to spoil the game, to try and take a point, but